Dude, it's just
Dude,
us now, right?
it appears to be so, yeah.
So I saw that you negated some votes when
Hmm.
you played it.
I did.
What are you like? Were you bummed that you played it, or do you
Uh,
feel like it was the right
I
move?
feel like it was the right move because as soon as I got it, immediately is where my mind went to use it then. Because any day that I'm here is a day that I could do something to win. I think I even said that to you.
Right,
So I'm kind of living by a gut check at this moment. My ally, my closest ally, as you see, Sophia, she's not here anymore. Um,
right. So what happened with that?
okay, that
I,
was last episode. Um, we were all in
anyway,
the.
so and by the way, if there's something you want to talk about, it's your 5 minutes,
I got
so
you,
you
dude.
don't
Thank you.
have to.
Oh, because I got some questions that you need to fill the basis of. Um,
Great.
so nobody. Okay, we have been Team Adam Strong the whole time, with Dixon being on the outs, like I said.
Right.
Dixon and JJ were the two people that was going home because it was a double elimination last week or last episode. Well, he had an advantage to where he got to take his butt back to camp. So that blew up everything. So that was when the whisper room started lighting up like 4th of July. Well, I didn't get asked by nobody to go in the whisper room, which immediately red flags and kind of put me on a little edge. So I immediately jump in and say, Holly, let's go chat. So we go chat, chit-chatting a little bit, and she mentions Sophia to me. She don't say, let's vote Sophia. She just says, Sophia just worries me. I feel like she's a threat. And like at that time, we only get 30 seconds. So we were out. We didn't get a follow-up on it or anything like that. Well, I let a few more people go in, and I jump in and I tell Sophia, I was like, look, if I go home tonight, don't trust Holly because she brought you up. Then it came to a tie. I voted, my vote went to JJ. Everybody on this thing, except for me and Matthew, got votes last time. So it was wild. Um,
Wow.
yeah. And so JJ was my vote, and he went home. Well, long story short, there was a tie on Meredith and Sophia, and I went with my alliance and voted, Sophia. I voted to keep Sophia, voted Meredith out, and I was on the bottom of that vote. So, uh,
Mm.
so everybody knows it was me. However, I up front chatted with Meredith, and I said, "Listen, let me tell you why I did it." I said, "Obviously, you know I did it. This is why I did it because Sophia was my ally. So I kind of used that as like, I didn't want to do nobody on my team, obviously, but Sophia was my ride or die kind of, and that was the last ditch effort. Well, in the meantime, Kayla jumps in and says, "Was that you?" One on one. She said, "Was that you that voted Meredith?" I said, "Yeah, it was me." And she said, "Oh my God!" Like I could tell she was distraught because she was kind of in the grand scheme of things with me and Sophia, and she screwed up and didn't want to be in my situation and be on the bottom of the vote. So she just went with the you good?
Yeah.
She just went with the majority. Well, then since she brings it to my attention because Schneidman and Dixon have been kind of a thing since we've all been
Mm-hmm.
together. Well, Dixon used me as an ally, and Schneidman has been pitching to me like he's on Shark Tank. So, so what I think, dude, Phyllis said to me, and I agree with it. I think the three that are leading a coup and led the coup to kind of screw me and get Sophia out are Holly, Matthew, and Meredith. So
Mm-hmm.
at this point, me and Kayla, if she's truly with me and we're solidified, like I really truly believe, then we're gonna have all the power. So we got option A, we go with the bad guys, quote unquote, Dixon and
Right.
Schneidman, or we go with the good guys and be on the bottom of the good guys totem pole. So
Right.
this is where shit gets spicy. And like I've played this game like Batman tried to be the old hucks, old shucks West Virginia boy, but like now I feel like it's time for me to sharpen my teeth and make some moves because people have already said like this has kind of been a boring game by Team Adam just because we won so much.
Right.
So I think now it might be the time for me and Kayla, if I'm truly with Kayla, to jump with Schneidman and Dixon and take out those three because at that way I have a path. I got a two within that. The two within the four is me and Kayla. So Dixon and Schneidman will turn on each other, in my personal opinion. So if I go with those four, I feel like that's the best path for me in a final with Kayla.
is there somebody in the 3 that you can keep and then use to go after Schneidman and Dixon
There is,
when the
'cause
time comes?
well, funny thing is, after I told Meredith about that, she said, "Well, I totally understand." Which it could be all smoke up my ass for all I know. But she's like, "Listen, I understand. I understand why you did that, and quite frankly, now that you went after me, I think that it might be some smart strategy for you and me to work together. Like, let me fill in for Sophia," which I'm kind of weary about. Like, that could definitely be true, but at the same time, it could be just all like, "Hey, go in there and talk to Hager and see what the hell's going on." So,
Right.
Meredith and Matthew both, I'm super friendly with. Holly too. But my fear with Holly has a hell of a story. She's a veteran. She's a single mother. She can't go to the end with anybody because nobody will beat her in a jury vote. I mean, and that. So to answer your question, I feel.
But that also could be a reason to keep her for now because everyone's going to want to vote her out later as well.
Exactly. That's why if we went after somebody tonight, if I did jump ship, I think that you like you said, you leave her and you either go Meredith. I don't think would expect to get back-to-back votes, or Matthew. I mean, that's your only 2 options, really. If I go that route, I'm thinking Matthew is. I have a good relationship with him, and I don't think that he would suspect that I would go after him unless it gets out. But at the same time, the reason I want to go after Meredith is that knocks out a girls duo. That knocks them out. So right now there's 3. There's 2 girls and 1 guy in that trio. So if I make that equal guy, and that assures me at the end that there's no secret girls alliance if we're willing to pick some girls off.
I mean, do you think that that's a thing?
I honestly don't. But I'm just trying to think of everything. Because
I think you should just vote out the person who you think is the least likely to understand and forgive.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with that. Well,
because you're going to need to potentially work with somebody.
Yeah. And the reason
you guys have about 30 seconds to wrap up. Sorry.
Okay. Well, the problem is with that is Holly. She's the one that I feel like would be the least forgiving, but that's the one that we said we should keep around because we know she's an out.
Tough choice, then. Tough choice.
I know.
A lot to think about.
I know, but dude, you have gave me so much freaking insight. I didn't even let them know I emailed you because I wanted to keep that in my pocket. So I appreciate it, man.
Well, I'm glad I got to talk to you.
Same, dude. This is literally a dream come true. Like, my wife will be so jealous when she hears about this.
I hope remember, if you win, we're working on your audition together.
Oh hell yeah! No matter what, I mean, we're going to be working together in Winners War too. I know it. It's just
perfect.
You have a good vacation, dude.
I better let you go so that you can go and strategize with your tribe and make sure you can figure out what the hell you're doing here. But I'll be very curious to see what happens next.
Hey man, I'll keep you up there. I appreciate it, man.
Good luck and congrats on the win.
I need it. Thank you.
Okay. Talk soon.